I don't know that I've ever seen anybody have as much fun pregame as you do with the dancing and then as much fun during the game. Where does that come from?
I mean, football is just an emotional game. I mean, I try to do everything to give me an edge, and I'm just excited to play every chance I get, for sure. Like, I love the game. I love being a part of it. I love the team camaraderie. Like, I just love everything about football. So, I mean, I just get really excited when my opportunity comes along to play. So.
Can you answer your own question? What do you think about the Notre Dame offensive line?
Oh, I mean, they're definitely a good offensive line, well coached. I mean, we watched a little bit of film, and they're definitely impressive, for sure. I mean, but it could be different once the game's being played. I mean, I'll have a different sense of it once we play them. You know, I'll earn some more respect for them and things like that. But they seem to be doing a pretty good job. But we're going to practice hard. We've been practicing hard all year. We're going to prepare hard to play them and everything. So I feel like we'll be in a good position for sure.
Did you have a sense of how well you guys were doing against the run as that game progressed?
I did not. I mean, I know we had a couple tackles for loss, and we stoned them a few times. But there were also times where they had a couple runs in there, and I didn't know we did that well. I mean, it was good hearing that after the game when Coach Sweeney talked to us all and said we held them to less than 20 yards rushing. So.
Because I would think that coming on the heels of what last year's defense accomplished and what people said might be an issue going into the season, it's got to feel as if you've begun to accomplish something as a group.
I mean, it's
something to build on.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely just a start. Definitely something to build on, for sure. I mean, the last year's defense was really good. I mean, they were able to do it all year. It's only been 3 games for us. I mean, so we still got a long way to go until we want to even be close to being compared to last year's defense. But I think we definitely have the capability to do that, and even be better.
And I've got to ask, if you ask Coach Sweeney about maybe giving you some kind of teaching love and letting you run a play or two on offense.
I mean, there was a lot of talk of that in recruiting, but now that I'm here, apparently all that's out the window. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, hey, that would be fun. A lot of fun to maybe, even if I'm in the backfield just blocking or something. I mean, that would be nice to get a change, to have a change and play a little offense or something. Sure.
Talk about the talent level, the change you've seen in the progression of the last 3 games. You know, you definitely got an FBS opponent in the first week, and then you move up to an FCS school that's just gotten talent in the last couple of years with their recruiting, and then you go up to Louisville. You know, there's 3 different types of tiers of talent there. Explain the difference in how it affects you when you walk in and you see a big guy that's a little bit bigger, a little bit faster.
Right. I mean, well, I feel like it was all good for my progression. Like, I mean, just the way the games went, it was all like every game, like just prepared me for the next one. I mean, and my goal is to get better every time I step out onto the field, and I feel that myself is I'm making some progress. I mean, things that were difficult for me in the first game, I mean, just from the first to the third game, I mean, there's a bit of a change. I mean, not a complete change, but a bit of a change. So, I mean, I feel like I'm adjusting pretty well. And just as far as the difference, I mean, there's a bit of a difference from the first to third game.
Being from the Northeast, you're probably a little bit more familiar with the Notre Dame program than a lot of the other guys on the team. We've asked this, everyone here has asked the guys as they come up this week, do you realize how big this game is locally to the fans here, and the history and the notoriety that Notre Dame brings with them when they walk on that field?
Well, I mean, I'm sure, definitely from a fan's perspective, I'm sure it's a really big game. I mean, it's Notre Dame, one of the winningest programs of all time. I think it is the winningest program of all time. And I mean, but at least from our standpoint, we're not focused on that. Like, we're just focused on winning. We're just thinking it's another game. We're not thinking of any of their history or anything. We're just trying to win another game.
How much does it help having this extra week to prepare for Notre Dame?
It's definitely real nice because Notre Dame's a good team, and just to put these extra days of preparation in, and just to have just more time for preparation, just puts us in a better position to be successful for sure.
When you look at Deshaun Kaiser, Tim and I were just talking. He kind of moves like Deshaun Watson, doesn't he? He kind of has some of the same things.
I mean, yeah, I got to just watching some of the film. I mean, was that his first game playing, and he looked to be like right at home. Like, he did a pretty good job. I mean, so like we'll definitely have to work hard and prep hard this week.
With a quarterback like that who can extend plays, as a defensive tackle, what are you looking to do? Is it trying to rush up the field? How do you contain a guy like
Just
that?
do your job and just stay disciplined. I mean, a guy like that will make plays. He'll do some things most quarterbacks usually won't do. So I mean, you just got to stay disciplined and all that you do. Just know your responsibility. Give effort with technique for sure, and just do your job.
You're going to have a time, too, with that running back, Procise. He runs through arm tackles. Talk about that challenge.
Just get low and tackle with good form.
You notice a lot of batted balls at the line of scrimmage in the last 3 quarters, too. That's I don't know if that's something new Coach Brooks is teaching out there, but I've seen a lot of batted balls going down the last couple of years, but an excess amount here in the last 3 games.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, just like we want to make it as difficult for the quarterback and the offense as possible. I mean, we might not be able to get a sack every play or get to the quarterback every time, but at least like be disruptive and do a bunch of different things just to make them feel our presence and everything, you know. So I mean, that's really just all that is there, and just extra effort. You know, we're not getting to the quarterback, so do something else to